Good morning, South Park. How we doing there? It's a little late morning, me setting up again. It's going to be a pretty day to about 1 o'clock, then the rain's going to come in. Sitting on the back deck again, and one thing I've noticed since I started, how the trees are starting to bud and they're starting to bloom, and I love sitting out here, looking over my backyard here. There's only one place I'd rather be, and that's at school with you guys. Let's look at what I want to cover today. What I wanted to cover today is continuing on our notes there. 5 reasons for extinction. Letter B, 5 reasons for extinction. Go ahead, set up. Get your pens, pencils ready. Get your notes ready. Zach DeLong. I love the videos. Zach went to a park and he was feeding carp. And it was awesome. So I'm glad, Zach, you're spending some time with your family and having at least some type of fun. Make sure you're getting out with your families, everybody. Matter of fact, I got a surprise for you for homework. Uh-oh. All right, 5 reasons for extinction. Here they are. Number 1, habitat destruction. Habitat, 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 habitat destruction. That is when you come in, and a perfect example of this is when you clear cut something and you don't replant. That's habitat destruction, when you totally get rid of anything there. And perfect example is maybe the rainforest. If you think how they come and cut, slash and burn. Now a lot of people get upset with the countries around the rainforest, but they're clearing that land out for farming because their populations are growing and they got to feed people. So it's tough. The second one, poaching. Poaching is killing an animal or removing any type of plant illegally. So let's say, for instance, if there was a deer in my backyard, which there are every day, probably about 30 every day, and I would shoot one, that is poaching, because deer are not in season. Now, if I do it during deer season, if I do it legally, that's not poaching. Let's say if I go to a state forest, let's say if I go up to Cook's Forest or Allegheny National Forest, and there's a tree there, and I'm like, man, I love that tree, and I dig that tree up and bring it back and put it in my backyard, poaching. Anytime you kill an animal illegally, or you remove a plant or a tree from an area, that is also considered poaching. All right, now a lot of people think of poaching as killing an elephants in Africa or the rhinos, and they're leading to their in extinction. But also remember, digging up a plant and putting it in your backyard is poaching. Even if I would go to South Park, I'm 7 miles away from South Park. If I go over there and dig up a plant, let's say on the Texas Road over by the ball field, technically that's poaching. Next one, pollution. Pollution. Everyone understands pollution by now. Number 1, habitat destruction. Number 2, poaching. Number 3, pollution. Number 4, exotic species. EXOTIC, exotic. EXOTIC, species. 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 Exotic species. Now, let me explain this one. All right, perfect example. Every now and then, maybe every month, there's a story of some little old lady in Florida or a family in Florida. And there's a big python in their backyard or up in the attic or underneath their deck. That is an exotic species. It is an animal that does not belong in an area. We bring it to that area, we as mankind, and we screw up everything. All right. If you, and you can Google Florida pythons, they're not supposed to be there. They are not supposed to be there. And what they're doing is they're messing up the food chain, and they're wreaking havoc on everything. Number one, Florida is a perfect place for them to breed because it's like their home in Southeast Asia. Now, here's what happened with the pythons. The year was 1988-89 is Hurricane Andrew, and I believe it was the exact place was Homestead, Florida. They had an airport there, and right beside the airport was an exotic animals where they would fly animals in, kind of like a warehouse. So a plane would fly in, this animal has to go here for research or this, that, and the other, and they would fly out. During the hurricane, this building got damaged severely, which allowed the snakes, pythons, to escape. They went into the swamp and are breeding like crazy. There's a couple goofy shows, I think they're called Python Hunters, that comes on Discovery or the History Channel, one of those goofy channels. Or not a goofy channel, one of those goofy shows. And it's a little far-fetched, but basically that's what's happened. They have to go out in the woods, out in the swamps, and hunt these. Now, the difference between them and I, they go out and they hunt them peacefully so they're alive. Me, come on now, you guys know me. That's a 12 gauge all day. And they're killing the rabbits. They're messing up the ecosystem. And I just don't understand the purpose of having a pet snake. That's just me. And if you guys have pet snakes, hey, that's great. Make sure you know where it is at all times. Make sure you don't let it loose. There was that one, matter of fact, not too far from here. There was a one that was in Morgantown, West Virginia. And it was a 16-foot python. Some guy, I guess, had it in the back of a pickup truck. He drove in the sheets right down on, right by the waterfront. Reason why I know, because when we go to football games, there's a Hampton Inn, we stay right over there. And the snake climbed out of the back of the truck and went into the woods. And that was early June, and they still haven't found a snake. If you don't believe me, look at the newspaper. That one's on up and up. They're still looking for it. All right? So we got number 1, habitat destruction. Number 2, poaching. Number 3, pollution. 4 exotic species. Number 5 is habitat fragmentation. Habitat, Habitat. I got my garbage man here. That's Big Mike. Mike! You need anything? You good? Take care, everybody. Habitat, Habitat, Habitat. Fragmentation, Fragmentation, Mentation. Habitat fragmentation. That's when you take a big area and just chop it up in the little areas. And that just upsets the ecosystem, that upsets the flow of life. That's, for instance, if you would come in, there's a big field and you put a whole bunch of roads in it. Habitat fragmentation. Letter C, habitat destruction. Just put down the loss of a natural habitat. The loss of a natural habitat. Natural, Natural, natural habitat. Habita, habitat, Habita. So letter C, there goes the mic in the garbage truck. Uh, letter C, the loss of a natural habitat. Under C, number one, habitat fragmentation. Just put down breaking large areas into smaller areas. 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 Warming up right here. You know I got the cocoa keeping me warm on the inside. Habitat fragmentation, breaking large areas into smaller areas. Letter D, poaching. Illegally. ILLEGAL. ILLEGAL. The illegal killing or removal of wildlife from their habitat. The illegal killing or removal of wildlife from their habitat. Their illegal killing or moving of wildlife from their habitat. Next thing I know is next year, I'm going to number these study guides. I'll learn something new every year. All right, so that leaves us the last page, which is protecting biodiversity. We'll leave that for Monday. Homework for Thursday night and Friday. Okay, number one, listen to me. Listen to me. I need you to go to your Google Classroom. The one page that looks like, we call it the need to know chart. It's the one that's a long page and it's broken up into rectangles. And right before we have a quiz, we erase everything and I tell you exactly what to study. That, oh, my kids are up. I just see them now. That is that need to know chart. Clear it out because we're going to do some work on that. Clear it out. You understand? Clear it all out so it's blank. So whenever I tell you what to do, we're going to do it. So homework for Thursday night, Friday night. Clear out the need to know list. Have it blank. Write down. You can write it right in your notes because you're writing your notes right now. Write down 3 endangered animals or threatened animals. 3 endangered or threatened animals. Whatever you want. Yes, you can do that one. Oh, that's another. Oh, yep, I love it. Do that one. 3 endangered animals. All right. So homework so far. 3 endangered animals. Write them down. Second thing, the need to know sheet. Clear it out. Clear it out. Third thing for homework. Have some fun. I need pictures, though. I need pictures. Zach, you sent me some. I love them. Kenny Cunningham, where you been, buddy? Haven't heard from you. Jess Harmer, how you doing? Good, hopefully. Everyone's good? All right. Tell your mom and dad I said hi. Triplets, all 3 of them. How you guys doing? Good? All right, you helping out your mom around the house? All right, you better. Nathan Waltz, how you been? How's your cousin? Good, you talked to her? Good, all right. Hey, everybody, make sure you take care of everybody. Oh, Friday's homework for the weekend. Do something good for somebody. Say good morning.
Good morning.
This is Ob. Do something good for the weekend. So, Ob, homework here. Lean in. Homework for everybody tonight is to clear out the need to know sheet so it's blank. You need to know 3 endangered animals. And you need to do something good for somebody. All right? You want to tell them anything before we leave?
No.
No? All right, say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All right, now, when you sign off, you got to go, hey, South Park, be safe.
Hey, South Park, be safe.
Help somebody out.
Help somebody out.
And I miss you guys.
And I miss you guys.
And as always, say as always,
As always,
go Eagles!
go Eagles!
Bye-bye, everybody.